Good morning to all the students of class 8th. This is your Neha ma'am, and today we are going to begin with your chapter 12, that is the last chapter for your PT1. The name of the chapter 12 is pressure. What is pressure? Pressure is actually, the force applied on per unit area is called pressure. That means we define pressure as the magnitude of force acting per unit area. Pressure, of course, pressure, as I told you, pressure describes your pressure depends upon the two things, that is the force applied and the area of the object. The formula for pressure is force upon area. That means from the formula we can clearly understand that force to the pressure is directly proportional, whereas area to the pressure is inversely proportional. That means if we increase the force, the pressure will increase, but if we increase the area, the pressure will reduce. The SI unit for pressure is Pascal. If the area is smaller, the pressure is more on the surface for the same force. Increasing the pressure by reducing the area. Now we can increase the pressure, as I have told you that area is inversely proportional with the pressure. That means if the area is reduced, the pressure could be increased. Say for example, we know that when we cut vegetables or fruits with a knife, we always use the sharper side of a knife. Why? Because the area is less. That means the force we are applying on the area is less. That means if we'll reduce the area, we can increase the magnitude of pressure. We can also reduce the pressure by increasing reduce the pressure by increasing the area. When you carry your school bags, the strips of the school bag, if they are thin, if the strips are thin, you will feel more pressure on your shoulders and you may get, sometimes you're hurt also. But if you wanted to reduce the pressure on your shoulders, which is caused due to the strips of bag, we can, increase the area. That means if we increase the breadth of the strips, if we increases the broadness of the strips, we can reduce the pressure which is put upon our shoulder, which put upon our shoulders by the school bag. So a wide shoulder pad of a heavy bag will reduce the pressure exerted on the shoulder of the person carrying the bag. For a solid block resting on the floor, the pressure acting on the floor is highest when the block is resting on its smaller surface. Now, what are the applications of gas atmospheric pressure? Liquid moving up by the syringe, vacuum cleaner suck up the dirt, Coca-Cola, when we use that pipe for that straw, that. So few examples are straw, siphon, rubber sucker, lifting pump and vacuum cleaner are some examples of pressure. Now pressure exerted by liquids. The pressure which is, the liquids also exerts pressure. That's why if you you feel the liquids exert pressure on the walls of the container. That's why, when the water is flowing from the pipe, okay, the water is applying force on the walls of the pipe, due to which if there are holes in the pipe, the water spreads, the water comes out from those holes. Why? Because the water is exerting a force on the walls of the pipe. And one more thing, the pressure in the liquid increases with increasing depth. That means if the depth of water is more, the pressure will be more. But one more thing to be remembered here is that the pressure in the water is equal at all points. That means equally the water applies force at every point of the walls of the container. It cannot be that it is higher somewhere or it's lower somewhere. It's equal. It applies the equal pressure in all the directions. Liquid pressure. The pressure exerted by stationary liquid kept in a container at any point inside the liquid is known as hydrostatic pressure. The liquid pushes on every surface in contact with it, no matter which way the surface is facing. Pressure exerted by liquid gases. Liquid pressure on the bottom of the container does not depend on the area of the bottom. It acts perpendicular to the base. Liquid's pressure at any point inside the liquid depends upon the density and the height of the liquid column above that point. Liquids exert sideways pressure. An external pressure applied on a liquid in a closed container is transmitted uniformly throughout the liquid. Pressure increases with depth. The deeper into a liquid you go, the greater the weight of liquid above and the higher pressure. Pressure depends on the density of the liquid. The more dense the liquid, the higher the pressure at any particular depth. Pressure doesn't depend on the shape of the container. Whatever the shape or width, the pressure at any particular depth is the same. Now, pressure exerted by gases. The molecules of gases continuously collide with each other and with walls of container. When molecules collide with the walls of container, it exerts force on the wall. Thus, all the molecules colliding with the walls sum up to produce large force, which in turn exerts a large pressure on the walls of the container. On heating, its particle move even more rapidly and create a greater pressure. An example for it is balloon. When you blow air inside a balloon, so that air, the molecules of air collide with each other as well as with the walls of the container, and hence applies more force and pressure, which pushes the walls of the balloon and helps the balloon to expand. Now, atmospheric pressure. Atmospheric pressure is the pressure of air around us. Atmospheric pressure is due to the weight of air. The weight of an air column of the height of the atmosphere and the area 10 into 10 centimeter is as large as 1000 kg. So, atmospheric pressure, the atmosphere is the layer of air enveloping the earth. It extends up 1000 kilometers above the surface and has a total mass of 4.5 into 10 to the power 18 kg. The pressure inside our bodies is almost the same as the external pressure and so balances it. At high altitudes, where the pressure is lower, breathing is difficult. Nose bleeding may occur as a result from the pressure difference between the body and external pressure. Now, some example for your atmospheric pressures, example syringe, the pressure. When the piston is pulled up, the atmospheric pressure inside the cylinder will decrease. The atmospheric pressure outside pushes the liquid up into the syringe. Second is your straw. When a person sucks through the straw, the pressure in the straw becomes low. The atmospheric pressure outside, which is higher, will force the water into the straw and consequently into the mouth. Next is a vacuum cleaner. When a vacuum cleaner is switched on, it sucks out the air inside the cleaner, causes the pressure inside the cleaner and becomes low. The atmospheric pressure, which is higher in the magnitude, forces the air and dust particles into the cleaner. Thank you and have a nice day.